give a very warm welcome to the stage, Kier! He's going to come out, Kier!
I feel like I have a little work cut out for me. Number one, I know we have people from all over the world. Number two, I see a pretty wide age range. I see a few young people. I see a lot of fairly middle-aged looking people. I see quite a few fairly wise people. What do you think, I'm stupid? So, first impression, a singer. I like him, but I cannot understand him. My impression of the singer, Sting. Do most of you know who Sting is? The reason I'm asking because I did a show recently in Texas. There was a guy in the front row who did not know who Sting was. I said, he's a singer from the UK. I said, do you know where that is? And he said, I'm pretty sure it's up by the Circle K. Does everybody have Circle K stores where you live? For those of you who said no, I'm sorry. I wish that joke could have rocked. Here we go, Sting. You so red. Those days are over. You such a silver tonight. I love Cecilia. I didn't get any of that. How to do I feel? I won't share you with another boy. Roxanne, yo, I want my MTV. Tell you a quick story about my Bruce impression. I was in a club in New York City about a year and a half ago. Anybody here from New York City? Yes, here? Somebody back here? I always ask that question if there's anybody from New York City because I enjoy the fact that every now and then I'll go, anybody here from New York City? And a guy will go, whoa, yeah, right here, New York City. I'll go, what part? He'll go, Jersey. I'm all like, somebody needs to repeat geology. Geography. They don't even get that on Carnival. Bruce Springsteen. If we have any hardcore Bruce fans, they're going to give you a bonus. First half of the impression, old Bruce. Second half of the impression, new Bruce. Bruce started sounding different the last couple of years. Here we go. My name, if that's okay, get that out of the way because people always ask me what's the deal on your name. My first name is Kier. Can you say it? Kier. Kier is short for Kieran. My parents named me that because they thought it would be hilarious. Let's face it, Kieran sounds a little bit like a girl's name, doesn't it? Hey, shut up. I had a complex about my name when I was growing up. So I was getting teased. So I was getting beaten up. This happened again yesterday. About third grade, I shortened it from Kieran to Kier. People asked me, what did that get you? I said, that got me a name a little bit closer to Buck. You got a problem with that? One day after school, I asked my mom why they gave me that name. What I want you to know about my mom, super duper positive. She's one of those moms that all the bad stuff that happens in your life, if you give her 15 seconds, she miraculously can flip it. Why? It's a good thing after all. My whole life, super positive. Her name's Hope. Who needs that pressure? I used to have a game I'd play. I'd call my mom from the road. I'd tell her some terrible thing that had not actually happened, just to see if she could flip it. Mom, this is Kier, and I robbed the bank today. And Mom, I got busted, and I'm going to jail for 20 years. 20 years, Mom. She goes, sweetheart, you needed a rest. She said the reason they named me Kieran is that's a very popular name in Ireland. She said, what do you think of that? I said, it's still a wuss name where we live. Well, one good thing came out of that conversation. Later in the day, it dawned on me that there might be some kid in Ireland named Buck getting his butt whipped. That made me feel better. My last name is worse than my first name. My last name is Ermiter, something like that. Yeah, I'm not sure how to say it. It's a German name, translates into cows dying in the field. I found out last week in Kansas that's not a good joke at the Cattlemen's Association. A lot of people worry about identity theft. I'm praying for it. He takes a ticket from the gentleman in front of me. He goes, thank you, Mr. Hughes, and have a nice flight. I handed him my ticket. I said, give it a shot. And he goes, I'm good. So it's hard having the name Kieran Ermiter. There's one part of the United States that I feel relatively comfortable with that name. That would be around Minnesota. Yeah, because there's a lot of Scandinavian people. When I do a show in Minnesota, I know half of the audience's name possibly could be Hootie Barton Hootenbooten. I think the Hootenbootens are here. Do we have anybody from Minnesota?
Yeah.
Yep. Have you ever been ice fishing?
Yeah.
That's just weird. Where I grew up, if me and my friends wanted to go fishing and we got to the lake and it was frozen over, you know what we would say? We'd go, let's come back in spring. Ice fishing freaked me out. The first time I flew into the Twin Cities and I'm driving north in my rental car, I'm seeing bodies of water completely frozen solid, and it's freaking me out. I'm going, they are not doing anything about it. As I got further north, I realized they were doing something about it. They had pushed their outhouses out on the lake. I stopped for gas and asked this guy, I said, are those ice fishing sheds? He said, no, those are beer drinking sheds. He's telling me all about ice fishing, and I really just wanted to wrap up the conversation, so I asked him a question that blew his mind. I said, how long does it take to cut the hole in the ice big enough to fit your boat? Let's see, do we have any people from the UK?
Yeah.
There's two Brits. And where are you from, UK people?
Wales.
Devon, and you threw your voice to sound like you were from Wales. They are so talented. And do we have any other Europeans, Germans, Italians? Do we have any Dutch? We're on a Dutch ship. Where are the Dutch?
Yes.
Dutch, yes. Okay. Anyone from Holland? And what about the Netherlands? I am so confused. A light plane went down in South Carolina. CNN interviewed this one particular guy who saw the whole plane crash. He said, can you tell us what happened? He had a chip on his shoulder tone of voice. He said, I'll tell you exactly what happened. You think everybody has to be a PhD? Is the comedy getting all the way to the back? He said, on national TV, Columbia, he said the reason the plane crashed, as far as he could tell, is that the pilot landed way too low. There's some military people in here going, that sounds right. They asked this guy his name. His name was Billy, Bobby, Ray, Wesley, Cooter, David, Smith, Jr. the Third. Junior the third. This idiot is related to himself. This is the kind of guy who thinks buttload is a legal unit of measure. Right now, Columbia's going, what about it, Mama? I'll give all the Northerners in here, but they're so sorry they sat there. I'll give all the Northerners here a quick clinic, and the UK people, on the proper usage of the word buttload. Construction worker, up the ladder, yelling at the gopher. Does everybody know what the gopher is? You go for this, you go for that. I thought everyone used this term. Last year, at a club in Washington, D.C., at this point in my show, for some reason, I stopped. I looked at a young woman, she was about 25. I said, you know what the gopher is, right? And she said, yeah. And then she went, I just wanted to give her a hug. Construction worker, up the ladder, yelling at the gopher. Hey, buddy, run out there with the truck and get me a buttload of them galvanized rib nails. Sometimes they will leave their mouth hanging open. He looks like he's reviewing building materials, but he is not. He is shocked because that had a subject and a predicate. I did that joke one time in Hazard, Kentucky. It got completely quiet. Quieter than just now. Just to mess with their minds, I said, folks, do the letters G-E-D mean anything to you people? And a guy in the back actually said, yeah, that spells good. I'm trying to be a snappy comedy guy. I actually said, can you use that in a sentence? And he thought about it for a second and went, yeah, you said that joke, we didn't get it. I talked to one pastor, he said his diet plan for the week is eat no fried food and no dessert. I said, how's that working out? He said, I'm up to no fried dessert. Luckily, I joined a health club in Nashville about a month ago where I live. I'm a little annoyed with the club already because my first day in the club, this guy was touring me around, showing me how to use all the weights. And he's like super good looking. I will never look like this guy. And after a while, I noticed that he's talking to me kind of condescendingly. Plus, he's talking down to me. He said, man, don't do like a lot of stupid people do. His veins are sticking. I said, don't come in and kill yourself when you start working out. He said, start out gradual and work up from there. So for the first month, I've just been driving by the club. I'm guessing this is your husband here, who was laughing uproariously at you a moment ago. What is his name? Ken? Are you cool with this, Ken, for me to have Don on stage with me? I want me to make sure. Okay. I want you to be comfortable as long as I have your wife on stage. So Ken, what I'd like to do is I'd like to give you a safe word. If you feel uncomfortable at any moment while I have Donna on stage, you yell out the word parallelogram. I will stop the routine and untie everyone. I just went 50 Shades of Grey, Donna. All right, Donna, here we go. You and me doing Neil Young. This is going to be great. You do like Neil Young? Great, because the Canadians are going wild right now. You know, he says, not really. You know, Donna, when I said I'm from the South, the Canadians thought I meant in Toronto. All right, me and Donna doing Neil Young, and everybody's going to love it, except for the one guy who said, not really. All right. If I don't wink, you don't start. That's what Ken says. Ken is enjoying this way more than you are. That's what she said. Yeah. Hey, shut up. This is hard. right. We're going to start again, Donna. Ready? A little farther over. Don't move it, I'll be in charge of here. You just hold still. Once again, that's what he said. Just come a little closer, Donna. Rep control of that, baby. If I don't wink, you can do that. Fading on me, Donna. You've never done this before, have you? She's going, I've done it before, just not on a ship. Donna, hold it still. I'm in charge of the air. Ken, she's got control issues. Does the word hyperventilation mean anything? You smell very good, though. Ken, she smells good. I wanna live. I wanna give. I've been a miner for a heart of gold. It's these expressions I never give. Keep me searching for a heart of gold. And I'm getting, you scared me for a second, and I'm getting old. Yeah, wax on and then wax off. For a heart of gold. And your nails are impeccable. Folks, your nails can't be packed. Donna, you're kind of stepping on my jokes. For a heart of gold. Yeah, the show's still going on, Donna. Keep me searching for a heart of gold. Donna and Ken. We're going to finish with my all-time favorite impression. I knew I was getting old when I talked to a teenager this past year and found out they had no idea who the Beatles were. Blew my mind. Here's how it went down. Yard sale at my house in Nashville. I know that kind of blows the Comedy Star image, but times are hard. Table in my front yard. Clap if you're over the age of 50. Clap if you're under the age of 50. I'm going to call that loosely 90-10 and a couple of liars. Those of you over 50, tell me if you know what I'm describing. I had for sale in my yard sale. It's round, it's plastic, it's about this tall. There's a picture of the Beatles going around the side. There's a handle on top, there's a hole in the middle. The 16-year-old picks this thing up, looks at me and says, excuse me, sir. Hey, old dude, what is that? And I said, young dude, if you buy this from me, you take it home, you can store all of your 45s in there. Young dude goes, sir, it's not really in the shape of a gun. I was not going to dispute that. Here we go.